Hello, Internet. It's me, Ruby Ray Liu. It's been a hot minute, but I'm back. Where have I been? South Africa. And today I'm going to share something huge. I went back to South Africa to change my name and gender marker. If you're trans, South African, or just curious about how it works, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, what worked, what didn't, and how you can do it too. Let's go. Let's begin. Welcome to Kaleidoscope. Hi, I'm back. I just realized that after watching this whole video that I kind of just brushed over a lot of things. So I go through my application copies right at the end of the video. If you want to see that, stick around. I will also put up examples of the forms that I go through. And then, so you can look at them. It doesn't help to fill them out beforehand because you have to fill them out in the DHA office. There you go. So for me, social transition has been happening for quite a while. I've been living life as Ruby or Ray, you can call me either, with friends, bars, when I'm out. It all lines up. But social transition and legal paperwork are two very different things. And I do not look like I used to. So that is starting to become it hasn't been a problem, but it is becoming a thing that causes me anxiety and I wanted to fix it. And the important part is, as a South African, it's your constitutional right to have your documents reflect who you are. You don't need surgery. You don't even technically need hormones. What you do need is paperwork, supporting letters, and patience, because it takes a long time. So about a month ago, I tried to do this all at the South African embassy in Shanghai. The staff there were respectful, but they did warn me. They said, don't do it here because we have no idea how long it's going to take and you could get stuck for literal years. Go to South Africa and do it in person and then apply for the documents once you have the confirmation of change. And you know what? I think they were right. I was pretty distraught after that day, but a week later, I booked my flight because sometimes you just have to show up for yourself. Hi there. So, yeah, I made it to South Africa. It was an eventful and super busy day yesterday, and I'm waiting outside. Someone's going to go with me to the Department of Home Affairs today. So I'm just waiting for her, and then we will be off. Over here, I have letters from 2 doctors and also a letter from my therapist, all confirming that they've seen me, all confirming that I've been living life as a woman. And today's a big day. I'm super excited. Let's see how it goes. We're going to go have breakfast first, and then we are off to Home Affairs. I didn't do it alone, though. I've been doing a lot of research in my sexual health and quant care clinics that can write letters, the letters that you need, and have experience with this. Be True to Me, an incredible trans-led group. Leanne felt like a lifesaver for me. And there are also other organizations like Gender Dynamics and an array of supportive doctors and therapists that are operating under Path SA. It's Path linked, and they support the informed consent model. The bottom line is, South Africa has a growing network of support and understanding, even if the country itself is quite conservative, and there are a few voices that are aligning with that of She Who Must Not Be Named and other US stuff. So what do you actually need? You need a BI 85 form. That's for your name change. A BI 526 form. That's for your gender marker. You need a valid form of ID and 2 letters, one from your doctor and one from a psychologist, social worker, or another doctor. So basically, your doctor and another person. That's it. You don't need surgery. In my case, I bought 5 letters, and I'm going to tell you why soon, just to be safe. But you only need the 2. The first time I went there, I went with 3 letters, 2 doctors and a psychologist. But there was a problem. Okay, so here's the update on what happened today. Went to DHA and they made a fuss about one of my letters not having a stamp. So if you're coming from abroad, you need to make sure that you are able to go to the doctors, or the doctors are able to courier a stamped letter to you. It doesn't matter if it's copied, but the stamp must be on there. Yeah. So that is an annoying thing. I then drove to another doctor's office and asked if there was a doctor available who could write a letter for me. They said maybe they'll contact her and see. This is all the doctors use the same filing system. So my medical records are there and they can see that I've been on HRT since whatever. So that's why they are able to write letters. I drove to Johannesburg to see another doctor there on short notice thanks to the help of Be True to Me. And I was able to get a letter there, but I'm waiting for them to send it to me so that I can print it tomorrow and take it to DHA. I'm also going to run back to the other doctor's office to pick up that letter, and then you only need to submit 2. I don't think that you should arrive with multiple letters. I'm using this method because it's a learning curve and I'm only here for a week and I paid a lot of money to get here. So this is the goal. The goal is to hand in those papers. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, I love ya. Bye. One of the doctors, my psychologist's letter and one of the doctor's letters did not have a stamp. They really want the stamp because they'll take copies. They don't even need to be certified copies, but they must have a stamp that will indicate to the person checking the documents that wherever the original is, there is a stamp. And by stamp, I'm talking about like the textured picture of a stamp, right? I did contact my doctor for a digital stamp since she just moved offices. She forwarded that to me and they ended up accepting that letter as well. So that's good news. So I went to Byron's place in Pretoria, the DHA head office. You can't make appointments for amendments like this. You just show up. And honestly, I was expecting chaos. But the manager himself actually helped me fill in the forms just to make sure that there were no errors. He knew I'd flown all the way back just for this. And he had empathy for that. He mentioned that he appreciated that when they pointed out some errors, I came back the next day with all of those errors fixed. He's very, very happy to help you function within the railings of the guidelines, and he will be as flexible as possible within those lines. So when I handed over that folder, my whole life in paper form, I knew I was finally moving forward. It felt like just a huge weight was lifting off my shoulders. Okay, so the law and the weight. Here's the law protecting us. Name changes under the Birth and Deaths Registration Act. Gender marker changes. Section 27A of the Alteration of Sex Description and Sex Status Act of 2003. Wait, officially 6 months. Realistically, 6 to 9 months and maybe more. And you've got to keep following up. So why did I do it now? Because I'm fairly new in my transition. My passport doesn't match my face anymore and traveling was stressful. Every hotel check-in was a moment of bracing for misgendering. But most people were respectful. Every hotel I went to was respectful. The fear is still there. This change is about reducing those risks and it's about dignity. Not about giving bigots extra opportunities to question who I am. So that's where I am now, waiting. In a few months, hopefully, I'll be able to apply for my new birth certificate, ID, and passport. That's going to take another couple of months before it arrives. And when that day comes, I'll be holding not just documents, but proof that the state sees me as I see myself. Government certified. If you're trans and South African, know this, you can do it. The process is slow, but the law is on your side and you don't have to do it alone. I hope my story helps you take the next step in your story. Okay, update. It's been done. It's been done. My identity, name, gender is inextricably on a path of changing. And it's been done. So yesterday, the problem was that one of my letters did not have a stamp and we were worried that they will need a physical stamp. So anyway, I went to go see 2 more doctors and got 2 more letters with physical stamps. I've only used 1 more of those letters, but they also accepted the digital stamp that was given by my doctor. And actually, the manager at DHA in Byron Place in Pretoria was extremely nice. You have to follow the rules. You have to stick within the rails and do everything by the book. But he will try to accommodate you within that framework, and he's great. And I had a great chat with him, and I was worried yesterday that it's gonna be a problem, and it isn't. And I'm so bubbly right now. I have so much euphoria. Yeah, I just can't hold it in. Anyway, there you go. My name and gender changer application has been completed. I should get everything back within 6 to 8 months. Now, when I say help me fill in the forms, that's no small task because you need to fill them in 4 times, okay? They go like this: old, and it's a copy of all of your old information, and then new, and a copy of all of your new information. And you need that for both name change and gender marker update. It's tedious. It took a long time. Okay, organizations that have helped me. Same Love Toti. They are in KwaZulu-Natal, and they've been helping me for a while. Not directly, but just through providing information. Be True to Me, a transgender organization in Pretoria. Gender Dynamics is in Cape Town. I haven't had contact with them, but they seem quite well established and active there. Yeah, that's it. There are quite a lot, but these are the ones that I'm aware of within this space. If you know any more, and if you have information that you want to add to this video, put it down in the doobly-doo. Okay, here in my hand, I have the documents that are for changing name and gender marker. Let's go through them quickly. The big one is this DHA 85 document. It has to be filled in 4 times. Old and new each. Then there's an application for an identity card here. This is a DHA 9 form, so this is going to change my ID number, actually. Your ID number will change intrinsically. Here's the other DHA form. It includes fingerprints that you have to put in. Another DHA 9, so that's filled in twice. And then here's DHA 24. This is notice of birth. So this actually changes your birth certificate at the base level. Here's one that says it's got the old right there. Here's a personal particular change, DHA 526. They all are barcoded. Okay, and then we go into the medical letters, and you also have to do fingerprints, 2 of them, 1 for each. And then this last one here, DH1688. This is identify persons without any proof of identity. So that will be me. The whole process costs 70 Rand, and this is for, which one is this? I'm not sure which one this is for, and 140 Rand. So that's the actual money that you need to pay to DHA. Not that much. Comparatively, I think South Africa's process is, in theory, pretty good, but in practice, kind of inefficient. Like, why do you have to fill in 4 forms? I don't know. Those should all be in one. I know that there is a move to change it, but guys, these laws move so slowly. So patience. Be patient. You will get what you need. You will get to live as yourself. Just be patient. Thanks. Love you. Bye.